So in this problem, we want to find a logarithmic equation corresponding to the graph given below. And what we're given also is the parent function is given by the log base 5 evaluated at x. So what we need to go ahead and do is we need to identify some information that we can obtain from the graph. Two things we know about this graph is the x-intercept, which is given by 4, 0, and the y-intercept given by 0, -2. The last piece of information that we're given explicitly is we have a vertical asymptote at x is equal to 5. And this is going to indicate that we have a horizontal shift by 5 units. And now what we have to do is we have to highlight the transformations to obtain the graph that we're given. So if we start with our function, the log base 5, this is an increasing exponential function. And now here comes an important part. We first have to apply our horizontal shift by 5 units. And so our asymptote is now here. And now we're going to apply our reflections. So generally you want to apply your reflections first, except when you have a horizontal shift. So reflecting across the x-axis, we'll get a graph that looks something like this. And then finally, reflecting this across the x-axis, our graph will finally end up looking something like this. So on the next page, what we want to do is we want to transform the function we're given, which was f of x, by a horizontal shift, a reflection across the y-axis, and a reflection across the x-axis. So first we'll apply our horizontal shift. So this is going to be a log base 5 of x minus 5. And now we're going to apply our reflection across the y-axis. We'll get log base 5 of a negative times an x minus 5 here. And now apply our shift across the x-axis. And just in case, let's also go ahead and add a transformation corresponding to a vertical compression or expansion and a vertical shift. So this is going to be given by f of x is equal to a negative a log base 5 of a negative x minus 5 plus some k here. Now plugging in the 2 points we're given, again we have 0, -2, and the other point that we were given was the point 4, 0. Plugging in our, let's say, x-intercept here, we'll get that 0 is equal to a negative a log base 5 of a negative 4 minus 5 plus k. 4 minus 5 is -1 minus, we'll get that this is going to be then 0, negative a log base 5 of just 1 plus k. The log base 5 evaluated at 1 is the same thing as 0, so we'll get 0 is equal to k. Alright, so let's go ahead and evaluate our function at this point here. So we'll get -2 is equal to a negative a times the log base 5 of a negative 5 plus 0. So the log base 5 evaluated at 5 is 1, and this gives us -2 is equal to a negative a times 1. Therefore we get a is equal to 2. So the equation we're looking for is going to be given by f of x is equal to a -2 times the log base 5 of a times an x minus 5. And this is the solution that we're looking for.